Welcome to your grammar video for this week, Orange Unit 1 in the reading book. In this video, we're going to talk about asking and answering questions using the be verb and the verb have. Let's get started. Today, we're going to talk about when to use the be verb, when to use have, also making and answering questions with both be and have. To understand this lesson, first you'll need to watch the video from Listening Book Unit 1. You'll also need to know what an adjective is, what a noun is, and what a contraction is. If you don't know those things, that's all right. Just pause the video, look up the answers, and come back. For this lesson, you'll also need to know WH words and their meaning. Words like who, what, where, when, why, and how. These are really important for asking and answering questions in English. You'll also need to know how to end a sentence with a full stop or period, and also how to end a question with a question mark. It's okay if you don't know these things. As mentioned, just pause the video, look up the answers, and come back. The be verb has three forms in the present tense: am, are, and is. It has two forms in the past tense: was and were. We know which form to use by identifying the subject. We can also use time markers or time words as clues to choose whether we are talking about the present or the past. We use the be verb to describe things with adjectives. For example, I am tall. We are happy. She is smart. They are sad. In these sentences, tall, happy, smart, and sad are all adjectives describing the subjects. We also use the be verb to talk about where we are. For example, I am in KFU. They are in class. We are in Saudi Arabia. He is in his car. We can also use the be verb to talk about something that we are. For example, I am a man. I am a teacher. She is a woman. She is from Dammam. They are engineers. He is 40 years old. We are friends. To ask and answer questions with the be verb, first we'll start with yes and no questions. In a question, we start with the verb, so be, followed by the subject. Let's look at these four questions. Are you happy? Our be verb, are, is first, followed by subject, you, happy, the object of the question. Again, as we studied before, the subject will choose which form of the be verb you must use for the question. Since we're asking a question with you, we must use are. Is she a student? Be verb is, followed by subject she. Was he late yesterday? Again, start with the be verb, followed by the subject he. We also have yesterday. This tells me we're asking about the past, so we have to change the be verb to match the tense. And finally, is he from Dammam? Since we're asking about he, we have to use is. To answer these questions, first, state yes or no, followed by the subject, then the correct form of the be verb. For example, is she from Al-Hassa? Yes, she is. Or, no, she isn't. As you can see, the be verb in the answer matches the be verb from the question. This is usually the case. However, if the question subject is you, we have to change the answer to match, so I would be your subject. For example, are you from Al-Hassa? Yes, I am. Or, no, I am not. It's also important to remember that not only do you have to change the subject to match, you must also change the form of the be verb. Are you from Al-Hassa? Yes, I am. Because the subject in our answer is I, we must use the correct form of the be verb, am. For many yes or no questions, we can use the short answer by forming contractions. Again, we've discussed contractions before. This is when we take two words, join them together to make one word using an apostrophe. So when we answer a yes or no question, if our answer is no, we can use a contraction in the short answer. However, if our answer is yes, we cannot use a contraction. For example, are you happy? If my answer is yes, I must say, yes, I am. I can't use a contraction. However, if my answer is no, I can use a contraction. Are you happy? No, I'm not. Using contractions for no answers is perfectly acceptable. However, again, for each question, as you can see, if our answer is yes, we cannot use a contraction. For WH questions with the be verb, we use WH words. These question words are asking for more information. For each word, we have specific information we're looking for. For example, who is asking about a person. In the question, who is your teacher? I want to know the person, your teacher. Our answer, Mr. Dan is my teacher. Again, it's also important to remember looking at WH questions. In the question, we have the be verb before the object, your teacher. Who is your teacher? In the answer, we have the subject, Mr. Dan, before the be verb is. Take a minute, pause the video, look at the question structures, and identify how the question is formatted slightly different than the answer, whereas the be verb in a WH question comes before the object or subject, the information you want in the question. The structures of question and answers are really important to remember moving forward, as we often use the be verb in English to communicate. Also, WH question words like who, what, where, when, why, and how are essential for asking and answering questions moving forward. It's really important that you remember what each of these is asking about. So again, take another minute, pause the video, and have a look. Moving on to our second verb of today, we're going to talk about have. In the present tense, have has two forms, have and has. We use have for I, you, we, and they. Has is connected to he, she, and it. In the past tense, we use had. This is for all subjects. Now, we use have in English to talk about ownership or something that belongs to you or someone. Again, these things are often called nouns or objects. They belong to the subject, so we use have. Looking at our examples, here we have a grandpa. Grandpa has an iPad. Grandpa, the subject, because it's a he, we use has, an iPad, the object. The iPad is his. It's his iPad. In the second sentence, she has many books. She is our subject. Has is the verb. Because she is the subject, we must use has. Many books. The books belong to the girl. And finally, in the last picture, we see he had a dog. Again, he doesn't have a dog anymore. This was something in the past. Because our subject is he, and it's in the past, we use had. Again, this is true for all subjects, not just he. For questions with have, specifically with yes or no questions, you'll need to use the helping verb do. We change the helping verb do according to the subject. Question format for yes or no questions with have is as follows: do or does plus subject plus have. Again, in a question, we do not change have. It will always be have, never has. We do change do, so we either use do or does, depending on the subject. For I, you, we, they, we use do. For does, the subject will be he, she, or it. To answer yes or no questions, again, first start with yes or no, then the subject, do, don't, does, doesn't. Some examples: do you have an iPad? In this question, you is the subject, so we have to use do. Have is the verb. Do you have an iPad? Yes, I do. No, I do not. No, I don't. In our second example, Does she have a test tomorrow? Because our subject is she, we need does. Again, we do not change have for a yes or no question. Change do or does. Does she have a test tomorrow? Yes, she does. No, she does not. Or no, she doesn't. Again, for questions with have, subjects I, you, we, they, we use have or don't have. Subjects he, she, and it, we use has or doesn't have. Again, we change do and does in question forms to match the subject. For WH questions, we start with our question word, who, what, when, where, why, or how, plus do or does, then the subject, and have. Again, we don't use has in a question. Some examples. What does Snapchat have? In this question, again, we have our helping verb, does, the subject, Snapchat, and the verb have. Again, we're using does because Snapchat is an it. The answer, Snapchat, has many filters. Another example, when do you have English class? Again, the subject in this question is you, so we must use do. The verb have. When do you have English class? I have English class at 7:30. Quiz time. Again, we've talked about a lot of grammar. Take a minute, pause the video, answer the questions. When you're finished with the quiz, hit the play button and we'll check your answers. Welcome back. Let's talk about your answers. Question 1. How old blank you? Again, in this question, the subject is you, so we have to choose D, R. Question 2. Does Sarah blank homework tonight? Again, we have a clue in the beginning of this question. We have does. We know from our lesson that when I use the helping verb do or does, the main verb in the question is have. Therefore, our answer is A. Question 3. Blank, he have personal information on his Facebook profile? Again, we have a question and the main verb is have. We know that we need do or does. We look at the subject. The subject of our question is he, and so B is our correct answer. Question 4. My teacher blank from Canada. Again, my teacher can be he or she. Therefore, we know we need to use the singular form of be, which is. We're talking about where they're from or location, so we know B is our correct answer. Question 5. Blank you from Saudi Arabia? When we ask a question, we know that in the beginning we need to start with our verb. The subject of our question is you. We're talking about location, so we should use the be verb. Therefore, C is the correct answer. Question 6. Is he 25 years old? Yes, blank. Again, if we look at the question, we have a small clue. The main verb in the question is the be verb, is. We know that our answer, the verb, should match the question. Our subject for the question, he. Therefore, A is the correct answer. Question 7. Blank, are you finished taking tests on Thursdays? I finish at 12. Again, if we look at the answer, we have a clue. We're talking about time. From our WH question review, we know that when is a question asking about time. Therefore, D is the correct answer. That's it for our lesson today. As always, I hope this was informative. Class dismissed.